Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating processes in plant biology, double fertilization, a marvel found only in angiosperms. So let's explore how this unique mechanism works and why it's considered one of nature's most brilliant evolutionary designs. Let's pause for a moment and ask, how does life begin in a flower? In most living beings, fertilization is simple. One male gamete fuses with one female gamete. But flowering plants? They do something truly extraordinary. They perform double fertilization, a rare and remarkable process found only in angiosperms. It's more than just a clever trick. It's a beautifully orchestrated event that ensures both life begins and the embryo is nourished from the very start. Curious? Let's dive into this unique feature of plant reproduction and see how nature adds an extra step to perfection. Once a compatible pollen grain lands on the stigma, the real journey begins. It germinates, forming a slender tube called the pollen tube, which pushes its way down through the style, navigating its path toward the ovary like a guided missile with a single destination, the ovule. Inside this tube travel two male gametes, sometimes already formed, sometimes dividing during the trip. As the tube approaches the ovule, it enters through a tiny opening called the micropyle. But it's not alone on this final step. A specialized structure, the filiform apparatus of a synergid cell, guides the pollen tube with precision. One synergid even sacrifices itself, disintegrating to allow the tube to reach its target. It's an extraordinary example of teamwork, microscopic, silent, but essential for the next phase of life. And now, the moment of true union. One of the two male gametes takes the lead, moving toward the egg cell nestled deep within the embryo sac, and fuses with it. This fusion is called syngamy, a beautiful act of cellular connection. The result? A diploid zygote, to N, the very first cell of a brand new plant. It's a quiet event, invisible to the eye, yet it marks the true beginning of life, the spark that transforms possibility into a growing embryo. But the story of fertilization in flowering plants isn't over just yet. While one male gamete unites with the egg, the second male gamete takes a different path. It moves toward the central cell where it meets two polar nuclei. What happens next is called triple fusion because three haploid nuclei come together, two from the polar nuclei and one from the male gamete. This unique union forms a triploid cell known as the primary endosperm nucleus, PEN 3N. This isn't just a side story, it's crucial. The pen will give rise to the endosperm, the nutrient-rich tissue that supports the developing embryo. In just seconds, two different fusions occur, each with its own vital role in the journey of a new life. Now step back and look at the brilliance of it all. The fusion of one male gamete with the egg, Syngamy, and the other with the polar nuclei, triple fusion together, form a process known as double fertilization, a hallmark of angiosperms. What makes it so special? The zygote formed from Syngamy becomes the embryo. The primary endosperm nucleus, born of triple fusion, develops into the endosperm, the nourishing tissue that feeds the growing embryo. Here's the genius. Endosperm forms only if fertilization is successful. No energy wasted, no resources lost. It's nature's way of synchronizing life and sustenance, a perfectly timed, energy-efficient start to the next generation. Double fertilization isn't just rare, it's exclusive to flowering plants. You won't find it in gymnosperms, not in animals, only in angiosperms. So, why does it matter? Because it's incredibly efficient. The plant produces the endosperm, its nutrient store, only after fertilization is confirmed. No waste, no guesswork, just smart biology. This precision is one of the key evolutionary innovations that made flowering plants so adaptable, resilient, and globally dominant. It's not just fertilization, it's a signature move that defines the success story of angiosperms. Let's take a moment to bring it all together. The pollen tube delivers two male gametes into the embryo sac. The first gamete fuses with the egg. This is syngamy, and it forms the zygote, which develops into the embryo. The second gamete fuses with the two polar nuclei. This is triple fusion, creating the triploid primary endosperm nucleus, which becomes the endosperm. Together, these two fertilization events form a process called double fertilization, a brilliant evolutionary feature unique to angiosperms. It's elegant, it's efficient, and above all, it ensures that life and nourishment begin together. Two fusions, one future. That's the quiet genius behind double fertilization.